feet, hands. That's the sort of talent that people really enthuse over.
(40-15). Game Edberg.
3 games all, and a match that couldn't be more finely balanced than that. The old champion, one of the most respected and revered in modern times, against the youngster coming up. British tennis hopes rekindled, very much rekindled. How much does Edberg want it?
15 love.
Somebody in the crowd crying out a while ago to Edberg that the whole crowd's behind you.
30 love.
But I'm sure the keen eye amongst you will have spotted various English officials, even in the picture there. Alan Moulds and his wife, the Wimbledon referee, the chief executive of the All England Club. Chris Gorringe is there, the president of British tennis is there.
They're
not taking a breather, nothing like that, but it's a different phase of the match, this one.
Game Henman.
4-3. Henman leads in the 3rd set. One set all.
Leads 4-3.
Does Henman think, well, I've got many years ahead of me? He certainly has. He's probably not going to peak for 2 or 3 years yet. Who wants it the most? Got that move off to a tee.
15 love.
Well, he was doing his thigh stretching exercises a short time ago, Edberg, so I was looking for signs of tiredness here. But just about every shot so far in this game has been middled.
Henman thought the serve was long, I think. Love game. 4 games all. 1 set all.
4 games all.
Take your pick.
Well, they're certainly following each other. When one serves one, the other in this set has tended to serve a love game.
15 love.
Of course, where Henman has played just a little bit more tennis is that he was in the doubles, played a fine doubles match too, with Patrick Galbraith against Elting and Harhouse. Might well have beaten them. Had a break in the final set, had an edge in the tiebreaker, had a mini break in the tiebreaker.
15 all.
Five double faults from Henman. Oh, that was sublime.
15-30.
Yes, and look how Edberg stays with the shot. This is how well balanced he was. He set his foundation and stood by it, as opposed to that forehand by Henman.
The crowd suddenly roused again here because they sense that Edberg has a chance. He certainly has a chance here. 4 games all, third set, 1 set all. And he can break right now and then serve for the set. Oh, too much, too much. Edberg breaks, 5-4, his serve to follow. Looks like 2 sets to 1 to him.
Edberg leads 5 games to 4, third set.
The big
Tie-break, and he's serving now for the third set, a lead of 2 sets to 1. As a match, it remains fitful if you divest it of all its implications. Oh.
I think Tony Pickard finds it difficult to laugh because he realizes that Edberg was in grave danger. But that wasn't a clever shot in the circumstances by Henman. And then trying the lob volley again was not bright. Non-percentage shots at a stage like this. You just want to play straightforward tennis and keep the pressure on Edberg, who notoriously gets edgy and nervy at these stages and has for a few years now.
That's the right thing, keep the ball in play, hit it deep.
15 all.
Yes, these are the instincts really that make him such a formidable talent. Even though he's lost the first point, going for it. He wants to keep that in mind now.
$30-15.
It's not the serve it was a few years ago. Doesn't have the penetration, doesn't have the bounce. But he knows he needs it now. That's very good. A familiar routine,
14-15.
but brilliant in its execution. Two chances for Edberg to take a lead of 2 sets to 1. Called out, called out. 2 sets to 1, having lost the first set. Edberg once more.
Well, I think over the previous 2 sets, Edberg was just given too many chances to break the Henman serve.
Fourth
He
set.
eventually did so
Henman to serve.
at his 9th break point, but he'd squandered 8 of those chances at Edberg.
Love 15.
Well, that's how much he wants it.
Love 13.
Well, they're standing up to Edberg in some areas of this stadium court. And of course, this is what the inspiration of a 2-1 lead will do. He wouldn't have had that energy had he been down 1-2.
David Felgate, coach to Tim Henman down there. Well, that's just superlative. It's his great shot, it's his party piece, that and the backhand volley. And the two shots that he'll always be remembered for. Two shots and the sunniest of personalities and dispositions. And Edberg breaks tellingly right at the start of the fourth set. His morale high after taking the third set. 1-0 he leads. In certainly 3 of the matches, against Chang and against Krajicek, I remember the best. Came back when you would have thought he was completely spent. Edberg proves that you can have manners and charm, and yet deep wells of ambition.
I'm not sure what the shake of the head for, but this is the sort of reply to the bruising body blow of 2 lost serves, 2 successively lost serves.
30-15.
Particularly when you should recall that Henman hasn't lost his serve prior to these last 2 services since the 3rd game of the match. Well, good resistance by Henman, because it just struck me prior to Edberg hitting that last forehand that he's hitting the ball as solidly off the ground as he's done all match long.